In the old days, you would go to Google when you wanted to find something. Now there's a high chance that instead you'll ask a large language model like ChatGPT. This change is having a huge impact on the internet as we know it. I'm going to talk about 5 ways that LLMs are destroying web search. The first is that people have stopped using traditional search engines like Google and Bing, and now put their trust in ChatGPT. This analysis of a survey of UK adults by Ofcom shows that 1.8 million people stopped using Google and 3.4 million people stopped using Bing in 2024. Some search engines like DuckDuckGo have increased their usage, but if you add up all those values, you can see that around 5.1 million people stopped using search engines altogether. That's around 10% of adults on the internet in the UK. So if they're not asking Google, chances are they're asking ChatGPT instead, and that would be fine, except it's not fine because of the second thing. The second way that LLMs are destroying search is that, for example, if you're using Google, they'll place the AI-generated summaries above the search results, or if you're using ChatGPT, replace them altogether. And these AI-generated summaries are often completely wrong. And it's not just the kind of put glue on your pizza type of wrong, they're often wrong in subtle ways, and more importantly, they don't know when they're wrong. So this study by the Tao Centre asked a variety of chatbots to identify an article given a quote from the article, and it found that chatbots were wrong 60% of the time. And they had absolutely no idea that they were wrong, they just happily made stuff up. This means that if you ask a chatbot something and want to check that it's correct, you have to first ask it for references, then check each reference to make sure it's a reliable source and that it actually says what the chatbot said it did. Somehow I expect most people don't do that. I know I don't. And it seems like this lawyer didn't. They quoted cases that didn't exist in court after asking ChatGPT. According to the same Ofcom report, only 18% of people think that AI search is reliable. So why are so many people using it? Maybe convenience trumps reliability. I know how unreliable it is and I still use it. But part of it is because of the third thing. The third way that LLMs are destroying search is that they now allow people to easily generate low-quality articles and put them on the internet. According to Originality.ai, around 16.5% of search results are from websites with AI-detected content, or AI slop as it's often called. When there's so much AI slop on the internet, it's hard for search engines to find the good stuff. This makes search results poorer overall. The fourth way is that they are hurting search engine quality indirectly. And to understand this, first you need to understand something about how search engines like Google rank search results. So imagine that Google discovers a new page on a website, say toothpasteforyou.com. How does Google know where that page should rank for a query like toothpaste? Well, it lets people decide. It inserts the page within the search results and shows it to people. It then looks at how long people spend on that page after they click on it. Do they come back straight away and click on something else? If so, it's probably not a very good search result. On the other hand, if they spend a long time on the page, perhaps there's something useful on it. By looking at this type of signal, Google can learn a lot about the quality and relevance of a page for a particular query. It's also the reason that recipes on the internet have become novels. But remember that we said that fewer people are using search engines now because they're using LLMs, and even the traditional search engines have convenient AI summaries at the top. So people probably don't need to click on anything. Less clicks means less data for Google to learn from, and this means that search quality is getting worse. I couldn't find any hard evidence for this, but the best I could find was this Reddit post from March, which said, "Is anyone else using Google search less and less these days? I just realised I probably did 30 to 40 Google searches a day a couple of years ago. Now it seems like the quality has gone downhill. Plus, for a lot of my questions, LLMs are a better source." It has 50 upvotes. But if you're like me, you can probably feel it. Search is getting worse. And of course this leads to a negative cycle. If search ranking is bad, people are more likely to use LLMs. But if more people use LLMs, there is less data to improve search rankings. The fifth thing is that all of this combines to make search engine advertising more expensive. You might have thought, as I did, that if fewer people are using Google, they must be making less money, right? Well, that's not true. Google's revenue is determined by advertisers' budgets, which is going up. Search advertising grew 12.8% in 2024. So advertisers are competing more and more to win a smaller set of users, those still using search. This means that they're getting much less bang for their buck. According to Search Engine Land, the average cost per lead increased 25% in 2024 to $66.69. In order to satisfy advertisers, Google needs to show more ads, And that means your search results are stuffed even more full of ads than they used to be, which is yet another reason to use LLMs instead. You might ask, what's the end game for all this? Well, search engine ads will get less and less effective, and the user experience will get worse and worse. Eventually, everyone will be using ChatGPT, which currently doesn't show ads. The obvious answer is that ChatGPT will start showing ads. They are already testing it. Here's an example where it's trying to get me to buy walking boots when I was asking about a hiking route. And then we'll be kind of in the worst of both worlds, unreliable search with ads. The annoying thing is that it doesn't have to be this way. Actually, it's not really annoying because I'm building the thing that isn't this way. I'm building a search engine called Mumble, spelt MWMBL. Mumble doesn't have ads, and it will never have ads. It's open source and run by a non-profit community, instead of a company that wants to make money for shareholders. It's also the community that decides how pages rank. We don't know which results you click on because we respect your privacy. Instead, anyone can edit the search results. Our goal is to be like the Wikipedia of search. We don't currently use LLMs, partly because we can't afford to, but somewhat ironically, there are lots of ways that search could be improved with LLMs. For example, LLMs could be used to rank search results and detect the relevant part of each page. This can make skimming search results faster than reading an AI summary, while also more reliable. LLMs could help understand page content, extracting structured data that could be used. LLMs could help understand pages on the web, for example, extracting some structured data, which would then allow user queries over this complex data. It is possible to use LLMs to make search better, but we're not there yet. If you'd like to join us on this journey to build a free search engine, visit mumble.org. That's MWMBL.org. Thank you.